Good morning, everybody. Disney Dave coming at you once again from down under. Thank the Star-Lord. It is the weekend, Saturday morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, as you can see. This beautiful natural light coming in through my window here. And we're going to do another Q&A. I've only got a couple of questions this week, which is actually pretty good because it means it's going to be a short Q&A and a short video. Before we get to the questions, though, a couple of housekeeping things for the channel. Of course, this week we reached 1,000 subscribers, which is absolutely awesome. It has grown considerably this week, and most of that is to thank to the Star Wars Rogue One competition that I'm running at the moment. An influx of entries and subscribers on the back of that, which is fantastic. So to any of my new subscribers out there who may be watching this, hello, welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I'm so keen to get to the next 1,000 now. That competition, if you haven't entered it yet, please enter away. I'm going to chuck a little link up in the top corner there. You've got until this Thursday to enter. That is, of course, the 18th of May. Thank you to absolutely everybody out there once again for subscribing and supporting me along this whole thing, because it's been awesome. I'm loving doing this. I embarrassingly forgot to thank my amazing contacts over at Disney for helping me out along the way to reaching 1,000 subscribers as well. But the amazing people over at both the Walt Disney Company Australia and Mango PR and even the Disney Music Emporium over in the USA, all these amazing bodies who have given me help and support over the last year, building my subscriber base and building my channel. Thank you all so very much for everything that you do for me. It is so appreciated. I also want to mention something because I want to be honest with all of my viewers. I never want to mislead my viewers or lie to them or anything. Now, you all know I absolutely love Book Depository, and I always recommend Book Depository to everyone who wants to buy a book. Every time I do a book review, I'm always recommending go to Book Depository, buy this book, blah blah blah. Well, I've signed up for this thing called the Book Depository affiliate program, and they've accepted my I suppose membership to this program. Basically what that means is that every time I recommend Book Depository to my followers using a specific link, Book Depository will give me a commission of 5% of the sale. I want to say this up front because every time I do a book review now, I'm going to be posting a link to the book down in the description where you can go to Book Depository and buy it. That's a special link created for my affiliate account. There's also going to be like a generic Book Depository link to the main homepage that if you follow that through and you just buy anything on the website, Book Depository again will give me a 5% commission of that sale because I've referred. I don't want to not say anything and then someone pulls me up on it later. But I do want to say up front that this is not a way for me to just make money off people or just be sneaky about making extra money or whatever. This is just, it's another thing that I've discovered where I can make revenue for my channel. Look, it's really not going to be a lot of money, so it's not something that I'm just like trying to get more money and whatever. If you spend 20 bucks, I'll get like a $1 commission. Whatever money I make either off YouTube or through this affiliate program goes straight back into the channel. So I have a specific bank account that I don't touch unless I'm using it for the channel. So that's stuff like sending off the giveaways, so paying for the postage for giveaways. You know, it might even go towards better equipment or whatever in the future. So everything I make from this Book Depository thing is just going to go directly into this YouTube account and will be thrown directly back into the YouTube channel. Now, this is a tactic Walt Disney used to use. Walt Disney was poor for most of his life, really until he started his television program and his theme park. You know, this whole cross-promotion multimedia thing. He was poor for most of his life because all the revenue that he made from his movies, he just poured back into the studio and back into the next movie. It wasn't money that he kept for himself to just go and spend up. It was money that he was happy to throw back into his work. And that's what I'm going to be doing with whatever money I make from YouTube and whatever money I make from this Book Depository thing just gets thrown back into the channel. And it helps make this channel bigger and better for not just myself, but to all my subscribers out there. It offers me the chance to give you guys bigger opportunities and better content and everything like that. As I said, I just want to be upfront just in case people start thinking I'm greedy or pull me up on this or whatever. All my previous book review videos, I've posted a link in the description, so if you want to go buy those books, there's a link there which will help support the channel. Over the week I did a book collection video. In the description I have posted links for every single book I talk about. If you want to pick up any of them, please follow the Book Depository link on that video, and again, that will be supporting the channel by giving me just that 5% commission that I can throw back into the channel. And there's an affiliate program for Amazon as well, which I'm looking into. So just trying to find a few ways that we can, you know, get this channel to the next level. getting bigger and better with more opportunities and whatever else. Okay, so let's get on the questions from the Q&A. As I said, only a couple of questions this week. My man, Jack Ross. There's always a question from Jack Ross in here. What's your favourite song of all time? Jack asks. Now, Jack asks. I said Jack asks, I didn't say something else. My favourite song of all time, it's a very, very easy question, and it is Imagine by John Lennon. To me, anyway, it's the most powerful song that has ever been written. But then on a more personal level, the song is important to me. It's also my dad's favourite song, and my dad raised me on Beatles and John Lennon. And in turn, that song just became my favourite song over time as well, and for more deeply personal reasons as well, because it means a lot to me personally when I think about, you know, growing up with this music and what this music means to me. And the music means something different for everyone. It's like any music. One person might feel one way about a song and another person might feel another way about it. Music touches people in different ways, and people relate to different songs personally or on different levels, just differently. So to me, Imagine by John Lennon is my favourite song of all time. It is a song that I think is the greatest song ever written. Alma Gomes, or is it Alma Gomez? I'm not sure. I apologise if I've butchered your name. Please let me know for future reference. Alma asked a couple of questions which have actually been addressed before in the very first Q&A I ever did. But I know I've got tons and tons and tons. I've got about 500 plus more subscribers since I did the first Q&A. So I'm going to address these again. How old are you? I am 26 years old. I'm 26 years old. Am I 20? What am I? Am I 26 or am I 25? I'm really bad with my age. I was born in 1991, which means I'm 25, but I'm turning 26 in like 3 months' time. It's weird because every time I turn an age, for some reason, I just, like, 6 months leading up to my next birthday, I just think I'm like, so like, I'm 25, but for 6 months leading up to my birthday, I'll be like, yeah, I'm 26, because I'm turning 26 soon, and then I just get confused. Next question, what do you do for a living? My main work is sort of freelance, like contract stuff. My sort of main place of employment is a commercial photographic studio here in Melbourne. We sort of work on advertising, like marketing, catalogs and print ads and magazines, just all that sort of stuff. It's mainly advertising stuff. I sort of call it my full-time job because that's where a good portion of my, I suppose, income comes from. But I'm not employed by the company. I'm just a contractor, but I'm there most of the time anyway. So it's pretty much as good as having a full-time job. But like you will see a lot of the time on these vlogs or these videos, I'll be saying I've got a day off work today, or whatever. That's because I've just not been called into work because there's just no work on. I'm only in when there's work, and that's most of the time. But sometimes, you know, I could be in 5 days a week, or it could be 3 days or 2 days or no days a week. So it's a very fickle thing being a freelancer, but it pays the bills and it pays for all my collectibles and stuff, so I'm happy with that. But I also do a lot of personal work as well, personal video work for private clients. I've done a couple of local television commercials, and then mainly just a lot of corporate stuff and like wedding videos and all that kind of stuff. So videography, photography, that's sort of my field. My end goal is wanting to be a filmmaker, a writer, a filmmaker. I'm loving YouTube at the moment, and YouTube is such an amazing platform for a creator, and being able to put out all this content to such a wide audience. I feel like I have such a loud voice because I have people following me from not just Australia, but America and England and Brazil and the Philippines and France and Germany and just absolutely everywhere around the world. It's like, it's crazy. I really want to succeed with YouTube. I want to make this bigger and better. Look, if this becomes an end goal, if this becomes what I do for a living, I mean, how amazing would that be? I've got a long way to go for that. So yeah, that's what I do for a living anyway. Elmer has another question. He asked, when did you start to collect Disney stuff? Well, as a kid, I had a lot of Disney things, like little McDonald's toys and action figures. I remember collecting the Hercules action figures. I had like a whole line of Toy Story dolls and toys when I was a kid. Lots of Disney books. I had a lot of Disney VHS and stuff as a kid too. But I would never really consider that as sort of collecting Disney because every kid has Disney stuff. But I did keep a lot. I still have a lot of that stuff, and it's part of the collection now. But I don't think I would really say I started collecting Disney, like full-on collecting Disney, until probably about 2009, so maybe like about 8 years ago. That's when I really just got really passionate about Disney and Walt Disney and everything. I've been a lover of Disney films for my whole life, but I think since about 2009 is when I just grew really passionate about it, when I read the Walt Disney Biography by Neal Gabler. I plugged it in my Disney book video. This book has like changed my life, and I'm gonna post a link to Book Depository down the bottom. Actually, that was not planned. That was not planned. But yeah, I'm going to post a link to that book down in Book Depository. It's incredible. I know a lot of Disney fans have a problem with this book because it's like a warts and all thing. And there are certain sections where Disney's not painted in the best light. But as I said in my other video, he was a man. He made mistakes. He made some questionable choices and questionable decisions. But everyone does. He wasn't this magical fairy tale creature that maybe some other publications would like to make you think he was. This book is incredible. If you're interested in Disney and his life and like just sort of the history of the Disney studios, this book is incredible. Please, Book Depository link down the bottom for that book. Yeah, when I read that book, that sort of just sparked this whole thing, and that's when this Disney collection started. So probably about 8 years. My Star Wars collection, I've been collecting Star Wars stuff since I was about 8 years old. That was like my first real collectible thing. My Marvel collection's really only grown over about 2 years or so. I've only really been like full-on, like, obsessive into Marvel stuff. Costas de Oswaldo. I hope I said that correctly too. What is your earliest memory about Disney films or stuff related to Disney? Well, once again, it goes back to being a kid and having all those little action figures and the McDonald's toys. Well, the first two movies I ever saw in a cinema were The Lion King in 1994. So I was probably 3 or 4 years old. And then Toy Story in 1995. So about 4 or 5 years old. I vividly remember sitting in the cinema and watching those movies as a kid. Like vivid, I have vivid memories of actually watching those movies for the first time in the cinema. These are like memories of like a 3-year-old. These are probably my very first memories. I remember being petrified of Scar, and my mother would cover my eyes every time it came on because I was just, I was so scared. And Toy Story, I really vividly just remember that movie just blowing my mind. You know, it was the first computer generated movie ever, but to a kid it just looked so real. And I didn't know that it was a cartoon, and I just remember thinking, wow, amazing. So they're probably the first like major like impact memories I have about Disney stuff. I also remember having all the Disney VHS as a kid, all the action figures, all the McDonald's toys. I remember having these tapes. McDonald's did like a thing where you could get these plush toys of Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Daisy Duck, Minnie Mouse, like these plush toys of them dressed up in their costumes from that old cartoon, the band concert, and they came with these little cassette tapes with all these Disney songs on them. That sort of goes back to where I was first introduced to all the Disney songs. I also remember having these posters on my wall. Now, I know they still do this in the USA, depending where you buy your Disney movies from, where you buy a movie and you get a free lithograph. Disney Store does it, the DMC does it. They used to do it in Australia in the 1990s. They don't do it anymore, but you'd buy the VHS and then you could mail away for either a lithograph or a poster. I remember having huge Bambi and Pinocchio posters on my wall as a kid, and a Aladdin, a Snow White, a Lion King lithograph up on my wall as well. So yeah, they're all sort of earliest memories of Disney stuff, I suppose. Now, it did shape me, Disney stuff, and I think back, and it's had a very big role in my life. Ooh, I took a lot of energy this video for such a short video. But that's it. That's all the questions. That's all the housekeeping stuff out of the way. Thank you once again to everyone, my amazing followers, for following me. Hello, welcome once again to all my new followers out there. And if you've just stumbled across this video, this is the very first time you've seen anything I've ever done, you like what you've seen, you'd like to see my future videos, you'd like to give me some support, then please, after the jump, hit subscribe and help me get to the next 1,000. To all my regular viewers, thank you once again for joining me. Of course, don't forget to enter the Star Wars Rogue One competition up there. As I said, you've got until this Thursday, the 18th, to enter that. I'll be drawing the winner a couple of weeks' time. Yeah, look, this is going to be the last couple of weeks of like full-on daily vlogging because I'm going overseas in under 3 weeks' time for 2 months, which is crazy. Of course, I'm going to be vlogging and everything while I'm over there, but it's not going to be daily. So yeah, the next couple of weeks are going to be the last couple of like full-on daily vlogging for a couple of months. Okay, guys, look, I hope I'll see everyone again soon. Until next time, though, guys, take care, and I hope you have a magical weekend.